I've studied in Frankfurt at Frankfurt School and have graduated with my Bachelor in Business Administration in 2011 and in my Master's in Finance in 2013, and I'm a very proud alumnus of Frankfurt School. One of my most passionate hobby is running marathons. Doing a marathon, you learn a lot about yourself and what you're able to achieve or not to achieve, or what you have to improve. Van Laack was founded in 1881 by Heinrich van Laack in Berlin. He wanted to manufacture the world's best shirt. Van Laack focuses on high-end fashion, on made-to-measure shirts, so tailor-made shirts for both women and men, and suits. And this is the core pillar and the core focus they still have, with high-end materials. And if you want to figure out if someone is wearing a Van Laack product or not, you have to take a close look down at one very unique characteristic, because the bottom has 3 holes, and then you will figure out it's a Van Laack shirt. But besides fashion, they also have a second pillar, which is the medical wear. For all kinds of surgeries. And the last pillar, they also are the fashion partner of the German national soccer teams for both men and women. And if you're in a long-haul flight with Lufthansa and flying business or first class, you will have a pyjama by Van Laack in your hand. My new role as the new CFO and COO of Van Laack is to develop the company for generations to come. This is a huge challenge, but that is not the only challenge, and I love challenges both in my private and business life. It's also a huge challenge taking on responsibility for all my colleagues within the company, and I'm being accountable for all the decisions I make. So the challenge in finding solutions and really taking the final decision for something is something which really motivates me and is very exciting to be in charge of. My decision to study finance and then first of all work in the finance industry for the beginning was basically due to 2 reasons. The first one is I loved number crunching in school when attending maths classes. And the second one is I always had a high interest in politics and economies, how economy correlations work. This was something I always found very interesting. The reason why I decided to study at Frankfurt School was the only and was the unique opportunity to combine both practical experience and theoretical knowledge by taking not only the Bachelor in Science study program, but also taking on the apprenticeship in a bank in parallel. And this was a key reason why I've chosen Frankfurt School. I definitely had a lot of goals when I joined and started studying at Frankfurt School. I think the primary goal, first of all, was attend as much parties as possible. But pleasantries aside, my initial goal was to gain a quick and very solid and good understanding of businesses, of economies, of how to run a company. And Frankfurt School so far had a very significant impact on my entire career because of 3 reasons. The first one, a very pragmatic and practical way of studying. Secondly, wonderful combination of theoretical knowledge and practical learning. And thirdly, learning to be curious, to be disciplined, to be focused, to be bold, and always to be ready to run the extra mile. In this Masters of Finance program, I focused on corporate finance with a specialization in mergers and acquisitions. And without this foundation here at Frankfurt School, taking on the Master in Finance, I would never started working in the field of investment banking. That was a very clear and good foundation Frankfurt School gave me to achieve my goals in the end, to take on responsibility to run a company. In practical terms, I now know how to analyze companies quickly, to assess the markets they're operating in order to build a resilient business to move forward. My advice to an 18-year-old Max today would be 2. The first one would be to be self-confident without losing its balance, meaning trust yourself, your strengths, and make mistakes to learn from them. My second advice would be always be honest to yourself. There's a wonderful quote from Nelson Mandela which I always have back in my head. I never lose, I either win or learn.